This isn't just a story about YouTube fame. This is a cautionary tale about what happens when money hits too early. Humility is nowhere in sight, and the spotlight burns brighter than the brain behind it. Jack Doherty was once that loud, fast-talking kid on your recommended feed. He screamed his way into millions of views and a massive following, and for a moment, he looked unstoppable. But today, he's the internet's most punchable joke, and frankly, he earned it. Let's talk about how Jack Doherty, the king of impulsive clout, burned everything he built to the ground in full 4K. No lessons learned, no apologies worth hearing, just a legacy of cringe, chaos, and court cases. Jack started his channel in 2016. He was young, annoying, and wildly energetic, exactly what the algorithm loved. He pulled pranks at Walmart, flipped on trampolines, and did just enough family-friendly chaos to avoid demonetization. But the truth? There was never any depth, no storytelling, no purpose. It was just noise, and viewers, especially young ones, ate it up. He got the money, the followers, the house, the cars, and then the ego. This guy went from Nerf guns to narcissism. Success hit Jack like a sugar rush. Fast, messy, and with no off switch. Soon, his videos turned into flexing competitions, cash fanouts, cringy pranks on strangers, fake beefs with real people. The views stayed high, but the respect dropped faster than his attention span. He wasn't content being a creator. He wanted to be famous, and not the good kind. The loud, obnoxious, ego-driven kind that makes you roll your eyes and say, "Who even likes this guy?" Every clip worse than the last. Let's rewind some of Jack's lowest moments. Arguing with mall security like a toddler who got his juice taken away. Getting into fights he couldn't finish, and filming every second like it was content, not consequence. Streaming himself acting like an absolute menace in public, all for donations and a few LOLs. It was never funny. It was desperate. Jack became a caricature, a parody of himself. Even other YouTubers started using his clips as meme fuel. The kick streams, where dignity goes to die. Eventually, Jack found a home on Kick, Twitch's chaotic cousin, where rules are thin and shame is optional. Here, he live-streamed the worst of himself. Fights, flexes, fake clout, and failed attempts at flirting. He turned every interaction into a spectacle, every bad decision into content. He got kicked out of hotels, restaurants, clubs. He screamed at bouncers, argued with servers, humiliated girls on stream. And the worst part? He thought it was entertainment. Jack's kick streams were like watching a car crash in real time, except the car's on fire and still flooring it into a brick wall. Relationships? More like public breakups. Jack's dating life became part of the show, and it was just as embarrassing. He flirted with girls on stream, tried to show off, and ended up looking like an awkward high schooler pretending to be Andrew Tate. One viral moment. Him being rejected in front of thousands of live viewers, then coping by saying she wasn't hot anyway. Real mature Jack. His entire image with women was one of insecurity wrapped in a Gucci belt. If confidence was money, Jack had plenty, but none of it was real. Legal trouble? Yes, obviously. Jack's lifestyle finally caught up with him. Lawsuits, assault allegations, trespassing, property damage. This wasn't bad boy YouTube anymore. This was, you need a lawyer now. But even when trouble hit, he smiled, posted, laughed it off like being a public menace was just another Wednesday. Because when you've made your whole brand about being loud and wrong, apologizing makes you look human. And Jack Doherty doesn't do human. Let's talk about his fans. Who are Jack's fans anyway? Kids who think yelling equals power? Grown men living vicariously through his ego trips? Or trolls who just want to see him crash? At this point, his fan base is less community and more circus audience. They're not cheering him on. They're waiting for the next fall. Reputation was already at below sea level. On Reddit, he's a meme. On TikTok, he's a cringe compilation. On YouTube, he's a warning. Other creators avoid him like a bad smell. Influencers have literally said on record, "I don't want to end up like Jack Doherty." And when your name becomes a cautionary tale, you're not a creator anymore. You're a joke. The money means nothing. Sure, Jack still has money. He'll flex it, post stacks, rent more Lambos. But what does it buy him? Respect? Nope. Stability? Nah. Legacy? Not even close. He's rich in the same way lottery winners are rich. Briefly, loudly, and without a plan. You can't deposit dignity into your bank account. You can't invest in relevance. And fame, when built on chaos, has an expiration date. The internet is over it. Even the algorithm seems tired of Jack. His content is stale. The views are slowing. The shock factor is gone. And what's left? A guy still trying to be 17 in a world that moved on without him. He tries new angles, more drama, more flex, more pranks, but it all feels like a rerun, and people are changing the channel. So, what now, Jack? This is the part where a smart creator would pivot, reflect, apologize, grow. But Jack Doherty doesn't do smart. He doubles down, screams louder, flexes harder, tries to outclout the very internet that's tired of his voice. He'll keep making content, but it won't be watched. It'll be monitored, like an old reality show you hate but can't look away from. Final thoughts are that Jack is the loudest L on the internet. Jack Doherty is proof that clout without character is a grenade without a pin. He had everything: views, fans, money, a head start most creators would kill for, and he torched it. Publicly, repeatedly, with a smile. This wasn't a fall from grace. This was a nosedive into irrelevance, with Jack yelling, "Subscribe!" the whole way down. He'll keep trying, but the internet doesn't forget, and it sure doesn't forgive when your whole brand was being that guy. Jack Doherty didn't just ruin his career. He filmed it, monetized it, and uploaded it with a thumbnail that says, "Gone wrong." Jack is for sure cooked. He ruined his whole life for money. All those dollars turned into greed, and there is no coming back. Thank you for watching today's video. If you liked it, be sure to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe. It really helps our channel to grow, so we can provide you with a lot more hot and controversial stories of famous streamers and celebrities.